Good morning, YouTube friends, and welcome back to Woodbury Cottage. Today is December the 28th, I believe, and it's hot again in South Carolina. We had to sleep with the windows up last night, or with the window up. So, as you know, or may not know, we live in a tiny house, and we're going to be sharing that with you in January. But today what we want to share with you is if you're going to be cleaning out your closets or your drawers or, your wardrobe, if you're going to be cleaning that out, some things you can do with the items that are not good enough to donate. And I see people doing it all the time, taking an old t-shirt with paint all over it and, grease and stains all over it. Now, if it's a vintage t-shirt and it's got holes in it, people are still looking for them. But I'm talking about the type that are not valuable. So today we're going to show you a craft, an easy, simple craft to upcycle those t-shirts, give them a new life, and maybe also use it for a ministry in your car. So stay with us. Okay, the tools that we're going to be using today are scissors, glue gun, and glue sticks. And t-shirts that we're no longer using. Okay, yesterday Russell and I both cleaned out our closet because we have very limited space here. So we cleaned out our closets and got the old t-shirts out, and this is what I made with them. Okay, it's like a grocery bag. This one has a pocket in the shirt pocket, so I just left that. So it's just a reusable bag. Me and my sister used to make these all the time. And when we would have a craft show, we would put the people, whatever they bought in this bag. We did that a few times. And the customers loved it, They loved the upcycle aspect of what we were doing with our craft show. And we took it all the way to the finished product. And they could take this little bag home with them. And there you go. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it real quick. Now this one, I'm sharing with you how to do this one if you do not have a sewing machine. If you have a sewing machine, you can do a little bit nicer product and a lot faster. But I don't have a sewing machine over at the tiny house. It's at my daughter's house. And I was just doing this late last night. You know how it is when you're not feeling sleep on you. You can get up and do something. So that's what I did last night. And then I wanted to share with you this morning how we did it. Okay, so let's get started. It's very simple. Get your old t-shirt out. This one's got a pocket also, so I want to make use of that pocket. All right. Now, if you're a person that likes to measure, go ahead. But I'm keeping this simple as I can keep it. So you have the arms here, and the neck here. So what I want to do is cut a C, and a V. C, C, and a V. Okay? If you want yours to be perfect, get you a piece of cardboard and cut you out a pattern. Okay, there's a C. There's a C. Turn this around. For my V, right here. This was a bit, this t-shirt's kind of big, so I'm gonna go across right here. There we go. Now I'm going to take a little piece of the neck that we already cut out right here. We'll go back to the back and cut out 2 little strips. And again, you know, if you want yours to be perfect, you make yourself a pattern, a cutout pattern. Mine doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm not going to use it for a lifetime. I'm just going to use it till it gets dirty, and then I'm going to chunk it. This t-shirt's already had about 4 lives, because we buy them. I don't buy them brand new to start with. I get them at the thrift store to start with. So that's their 2nd life. So now to get the 3rd life. Okay, here we go. And I'm taking where, okay, let me go back so you can see. Alright, here's where we cut out the C, and here's where we cut out the V. And this is going to make our handle. See the handle right there? And I'm going to go right there, take that little strip we just cut out, pull it because it'll curl, and I'm going to tie it right here. Tie a knot there. Do the same on the other side. And you can, like, if you really did want to measure and make them perfect, you can do a lot of embellishments on it, make them so cute. But that's not my purpose for these. I'm just going to use them until they get dirty. They do have stains on them, but they are clean. We just did our laundry yesterday. Okay. Alright, that's the top finished. Now how are we going to work on the bottom? Let me show you that. Now, if I had the sewing machine over here, I would just sew along the bottom, and that would be it. That would be my bag. But I don't have the sewing machine over here, so I'm going to use the glue gun. Good old glue gun. And I've got some extra strong glue in here. Okay. So let's just make a line of glue, put down a bead of glue. Yeah, if you got a sewing machine, you can go a lot faster. Sewing it by hand, if you're really good at that, go ahead. I'm not, so just not good at sewing by hand. Got that. Then I'm going to turn it one more time. The good thing about the hot glue too, and it does give it a little bit of weight on the bottom. You wouldn't think hot glue is that heavy, but put down 2 beads of it, it does give it a little weight. Okay, now while that's drying, go back to your sleeve. I'm going to set this over here and let that dry. Now take your 2 sleeves, and you're going to need this part right here. Here's where the sleeve starts. You want this part, okay? So you can go just beyond that seam and cut it. Because we need a couple of more of those strips. I'll say at least 4. So cut me out 4 strips. Cut that seam part off because you don't need that thick part. Okay, and just pull them, they'll curl. And if you're making a bunch of these at one time, you can swap out the colors on the t-shirts and let your strips be different colors. Okay. Now go back to the bottom part, because this hot glue by itself might not be strong enough. And you surely do not want to drop your stuff out the bottom of your bag. Okay, go up from the bottom and push up a little bit of the material and pinch it. Just a little pinch. Because what you want to do is cut a hole all the way through. If you have a fabric hole cutter or something like that, that'll make it much simpler. But what I'm sharing with you is how to do it if you don't have all those, if you don't have a lot of tools, okay? All right, so you got a little hole in there. Can you see that hole? See my finger through there? There's a little hole. Go up from the bottom, push in one of them strips, and tie it off. Okay, then trim that up. There's a little knot right there. Okay, I think this one will actually be okay with 3. We'll go halfway, yeah, right here. Make a little pinch. Cut a hole there. Thread your own little strip through and tie a knot in it. Trim it up. You can make this really cute too if you did it all the way across the bottom and had a fringed bottom. That would be cute. Now this only took us what? If I wasn't talking as I was going, I probably could have did that in less than 10 minutes. Most time when we clean out the closet, we have a whole bag full of t-shirts because we paint here, paint furniture, and all right, there you go. Look at that. And you got an extra little pocket right here. A little shopping bag. Isn't that cute? And so reusable and earth friendly because you can use it for all kinds of stuff. Okay, now let me give you an idea of what you can do with it, okay? So here's one that we made. Here's one. Now this one's really, really dirty. I might use it to keep in the car to get the trash out of the car and stuff like that. I use that one actually for a trash bag. Okay. Let's see. Here's one. This one's got extra long straps on it. When my husband worked, we were forever getting free t-shirts before he retired because he was a buyer for a paper mill, and they would give them these promotional t-shirts, and so we always had extra t-shirts here. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you an idea. If you live in we don't live in a big city, but we're always going to the big city to visit friends and treasure hunt at the thrift stores and things like that. So, but this is a cute idea you can use in your car. Okay, say for example you're in a city where they have a lot of homeless people. When we're cleaning out our closets, we cleaned out the sock drawer. We cleaned out the linens that we don't need anymore. Okay, so here's an idea that you can actually use the bag for. Now all of this is clean. So this is a little cover that we're not going to use anymore. We'll put it in the bag. Put 2 pairs of socks in there. They are worn, but there's no holes in them and they're clean. We're going to put that in there and a bar soap. And I'm just going to leave it in the car. Now when I see somebody that's homeless or in trouble, I can offer them this bag. Just pass it right out the window. And you might think, well, they don't want that. They don't need that. Well, you'd be surprised how nice it would be to have a dry pair of socks and a little bit of soap to clean yourself with. And if they take it and throw it in the trash, that's on them. The Lord knows when you have a giving heart and you're trying to make an effort to help those in need. So you do your part. Okay, there we go. Don't put too much stuff in it, because they just can't carry but so much. A pair of dry socks, some soap, and a little piece of cover. That would be nice, especially, well, that would be good any time of year. And I took the sleeves from those t-shirts, cut all the sleeves up, and I made these different cloths. And these cloths like this you can use, I use when I stain furniture, paint furniture, distress furniture. And also when I'm cleaning the commode, I use these and I throw them away because I just don't like to reuse those cloths, so I just throw them away. So I always have a big stack of these somewhere, and we use them up like that. Okay. And one more idea that I use with these sleeves are these little headbands. I use these little headbands all the time to keep my hair out my eyes, to keep paint out my hair, and that's pretty simple. Let's see, where'd I put the scissors? Okay. Just go to the large part of the sleeve. Trim it off for the width that you like. Whatever pleases your eye. Matches the size of your head. And voila, there you go. You can cut it at the seam to make it shorter to fit your head and just tie a little knot in it. You can tie two together if your head is larger. Make it the size of your head. When they get dirty, just chunk them. Just throw them away. So there's lots of things you can do with old t-shirts. All right, let us know in the comments what do you do with your old t-shirts. Let us know. All right, if you enjoyed this video, we sure would appreciate it if you would subscribe. It helps us grow our channel. And let us know what you do with your old t-shirts. See you next time.